Everything will be wonderful someday. Means everything when you're little and the world is so big. And I just don't understand how you can smile with all those tears in your eyes. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I know it's been a while. Seeing what Spirit has to say today. So far, I've patience, which I find funny. That's me and Rob's Guns N' Roses song. And I got, did you hear I was happy and you just had to mess it up so far? Let's see what else we got. Cards and Coffee are going to be live from now on, but the other videos are not. I'm going to go ahead and change up the format a little bit of how I do things. And we're going to go ahead and start, I'm going to record entire series before I, start loading them. So these will be the only ones that'll be actually for real live. I got here, Ego says, once it falls into place, I'll have peace. Spirit says, find peace and the rest will fall into place. I'll chase my stalker off pretty quick that time, bringing up Rob. Oh, well. Tis what it tis. It's funny. I don't know how people do it when they're doing these lives and there's thousands of people. Right? One, you can't possibly pay attention to all those comments, but it is interesting only having a handful of people that watch you live because I can watch when people pop in and pop out and lose signal and things like that. That they think I can't read their energies. What do we got? Want in one hand and shit in the other and see which one fills up fastest. Wow. Spirit is absolutely feisty today. Let's see. I definitely want to change it up a little bit. I'm fried out on those cards. So let's see. Because I just did the Shadow series yesterday. So we're going to go with Miss Cleo here. I'm going to get some past life energies. We're going to do past life energies. Get a fairy card. I'm just going to wing some cards out today. I am fried out from doing the format. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm fried out from doing the traditional format right now. Aye. And now I got to think of what I'm going to do next. I don't know what I'm going to do next. The Shadow series was fun. That was also his idea. I was just like, man, I need something that nobody else is reading right now, something that we haven't seen. And he was like, well, why don't you just read the shadow aspect? Just read their shadow and see what their shadow is struggling with the most. I was like, that is a good idea. Can't really argue with that logic. I'm thinking I might go ahead and do the Goddess series next. I don't know. Also, things are about to get a lot more routine. Not only are my kids going to be going back to regular classes here soon, they are also both going to be doing summer school. So, yeah. You know, people are like, oh, they thought, I love it. People are like, teachers and stuff think I'm being such a bad mom because I don't hover and harass the shit out of my children. No. How else was I supposed to teach these kids accountability other than let them take full and complete advantage of me when it came to their schoolwork, and now they both have to do summer school, which works great for me because I need to catch up on some of my stuff this summer, so it'll be nice to have them out of the house for several hours a day, a couple days a week. Their own fault. Divine timing. You know, I refuse to be that person that micromanages my children's lives. I want them to be individual people, and they need to take responsibility of their own stuff, right? What? I take responsibility of the fact that I created them. Dinner's on the table every damn night. All I ask from them, keep your rooms clean and do your schoolwork. I don't think that is that hard of a request yet. I'm always getting on them for things like leaving dishes in their room. I'm like, how is there all these cups in your room? As many times as you walk to the kitchen, I mean, even after bedtime. I don't know what to do with a teenage boy. His room does not seem any worse than any other stereotypical teenage boy's room to me, though. I don't know. I said I need that vacuum from the Goofy movie. You know, the beginning of the Goofy movie when Max is like stressed and he's running around his room. He's just picking up clothes off the floor and Goofy comes in. He's like vacuuming up clothes and cups and all kinds of stuff. That's the vacuum I need for my son's room. I might actually take a picture of this one today. Tell you what, on the 5D, we got the Magician, Ego, 4 of Springs, which is 4 of Wands, and 10 of Summer, which is 10 of Cups. On the second line with the past life cards, I've got Love Life, Scriber, Writer, Spouse, Trust, and Faith. All right, let's see what we can get out of the Miss Cleo deck. Oh. Early enough in the day. I don't need that on quite this second yet. It's going to be another hot one, though. You know it's summertime when the gator's back in the pond. So that rascal today. Too much, too much. Sorry, Miss Cleo doesn't get played with a lot here. I like this deck. If you want a deck with no nudity in it, Miss Cleo is the way to go. And she's like $5 on Amazon. But it's not saying nothing. Shuffle and split. Okay. Did you miss me being live? If you did, you can hit that like button and let me know. No, refuse to engage. I got you. All right. All right. You get the 6 of Cups. Moving on from the past, putting the past behind you, opening yourself up to the world. Look, I like this one better because this guy is not struggling to hold all his staffs. He's happy to carry all the burdens he has picked up. He is strong enough and built himself up enough to do so, right? Which is a nice energy versus the feeling oppressed, right? That's flipping the perspective on that. But I'm not oppressed by my responsibilities. I'm grateful to carry these, and I work hard to be strong enough to do so. I got the Knight of Cups here, too. Definitely wanting to send out that love light energy. Very romantic energy here. I do see a 6 of Swords, Rite of Passage here. I do find some of that irony of the swords holding up the, I don't know, it reminds me of the dude with the boombox, right? Very strange energies lately. Very strange energies lately. Okay, so this is what I feel like. I feel like this person, right, if you, we keep saying put down burdens that aren't yours, all right? So if you turned around and looked at all your burdens and you're like, all right, I've got to put something down. There's too many burdens. And you turned around and you looked at all the burdens and you were like, there is not one single thing I want to put down, And I feel like that's the energy that came up. There's not one. I don't want to let go of my burdens, but I love them. I love them, and I need to do a grand gesture for them to prove that I love them. That's kind of what the Shadow series is about, getting over your own bullshit, right? Owning it. Owning where you're the mistake, right? I mean, if you're in a past, if this is someone that you know that you've been out of past life connections with, yes. This is a strong love connection. Yes. Writing and handwritten letters have been a way of communication for y'all before. Yes. This has happened before. And yes, this is what you're meant to learn. All right, main messages from Tarot. Here we got the Magician. You can do anything, take charge of your life. You can manifest what you need to be a success. Ten of Summer, an emotionally fulfilling life with family and friends, raising children wisely with people you can trust. Four of Springs, be grateful, you have much to celebrate. Deep feelings of peace and happiness and a content personal life. And then last, I got Ego here. And it's the illusion of being trapped, placing too much importance on material items and getting caught up in the fear and worry, which is exactly what I've said here today. Right? You know, and I keep saying that too. I don't know when. It's kind of like, who deemed dandelions and mustard weed and snapdragons and things like that? Who deemed them weeds? Who deemed these edible medicinal plants weeds, something that we should program to kill, right? For grass that we can't even eat, right? Where did that come from? When did caring for your stuff and your property and stuff like that become such a big deal? When did working on your car become this horrible chore? I don't understand this, because I distinctly remember, and now this is just me, I grew up in a very spoily neighborhood, but I don't know. I remember doing barbecues and everybody would come over and help people re-shingle their houses, right? You didn't pay your friends to come help you do this. They came over, you guys worked together all day, or you'd build a deck, or you'd set up a pool with your friends, or you would work on a car, or you would, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know when all these things became like this horrific, horrible task that nobody wants to do. It's so irritating to have to deal with anything in your actual life. Like if it's not your work, it's like this horrible chore you have to do. And I don't know where that programming came from, you know, because it's like gardening. Gardening is a lot of work, but it's not, for those who enjoy gardening, it's not a chore. For those who don't enjoy gardening, it is a chore. It is a chore to remember to water and mow your grass and things like that. You know, so that's the programs that we need to flip. That's all this reverse programming that we have going on right now. It's very, very weird stuff. Very weird stuff. Like as above, so below is supposed to be as below, roots first, so above. You know, as within, so without. I don't understand the programming. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. What are you talking about? I can teach my 7-year-old dog a new trick today if I really wanted to. That doesn't make any sense. That's an excuse. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. You know who says that? People who don't want to change. People who don't want to change say you can't teach an old dog new tricks. You can always teach an old dog new tricks, but the dog has to be intelligent enough and willing to learn the new tricks. You can't get mad at people who aren't intelligent enough. I can teach my 7-year-old dog a new trick, but Snickers, I haven't been able to teach anything his entire life. You just have to accept that certain people are a program here to teach you a certain lesson. They're cycling that program enough times so that you can notice that they're cycling the program. The problem is everybody thinks that you're designed to break that cycle for them. No, you're not. You're not. You're supposed to learn that cycle, see it, and then not do it yourself. But you're not here to fix them. I think a lot of people get wrapped up in fixing other people. All you can do is break the cycles yourself and hope that they follow. You break the cycles yourself, and then you have patience and hope that they follow, and then forgive them if they don't. It's not what they came to do. All right, should we get a couple more of these to see what's going on? All right, what final messages? What final messages are wanting to be said before we sign out? And then I'll load a couple. I'm only going to do 3 videos a day since we only get 3 notifications a day on YouTube. So I'll be doing Cards and Coffee live as much as possible, and then loading videos from pre-recorded series. What do we got here? We got the problem is not the problem. The problem is your attitude about the problem. Literally what all we just talked about, right? It's like praying for rain as I stand in the desert, and I'm holding you closer than most because you are my heaven. You are not a god. Well, pull the trigger and find out. Every rose has its thorns. Oh, Jesus. I swear to God, I'm always going to do that damn song. I should have never put it in here. All right. I love y'all. Blessed be all those who walk these weird and winding paths with me. As always, you can join us in Facebook and everything else. If this helps you out and you enjoy it, buttons, bells, all that good jazz, I love you. I'll be back as soon as I can, I promise.